Hello, everyone. When we hear the name Michael Jordan, what do we think of? A champion, a flying Superman, a genius. But today, we will not talk about his success. We will talk about his failures. Michael was born in New York, but he grew up in North Carolina. He loved sports, but he had a big problem. He was short. His older brother, Larry, was strong and athletic. When they played basketball in their backyard, Larry always won. Michael hated losing. He asked his mother, "Mom, how can I grow taller?" His mother smiled and said, "Put salt in your shoes and pray every night." Michael actually did it. He put salt in his sneakers. But he didn't grow much. When he was 15 years old, he tried out for the high school varsity basketball team. The varsity team is the main team for the best players. Michael practiced very hard. He was sure he would make the team. On the day of the announcement, he walked to the school gym. There was a piece of paper on the wall. He looked for his name. Jordan. His name was not there. Instead, his friend Leroy Smith was on the list. Leroy was 6 feet 7 inches tall. Michael was only 5 feet 10 inches away. The coach told him, "Sorry, Michael, you are too short. You are on the junior team." Michael felt terrible. He ran home, went into his bedroom, closed the door, and cried for hours. Most kids would quit. They would say, "I am just not good enough." But Michael was different. His mother came into his room and said, "If you want it, go work for it." That day changed his life. He used his sadness as fuel. He used his anger as energy. Every time he practiced, he imagined the coach saying, "You are not good enough." He woke up at 6 a.m. every morning before school to practice shooting. And then something magical happened. Over the summer, Michael grew 4 inches. Now he was tall, fast, and very angry. The next year, he made the varsity team. He dominated every game. Later, he went to the University of North Carolina. In the 1982 college championship game, his team was losing by 1 point. There were only 15 seconds left. The coach drew a play for Michael. Michael caught the ball, jumped, and shot. Swish! He scored the winning point. That shot changed him. Mike, the ordinary boy, became Michael Jordan, the star. Michael entered the NBA and joined the Chicago Bulls. He was a scoring machine. He could fly through the air. But he had a new enemy, the Detroit Pistons. The Pistons were big, strong, and rough. They were called the Bad Boys. They created a special strategy just for him. It was called the Jordan Rules. The rule was simple. When Michael jumps, hit him. Knock him to the ground. It was almost like wrestling, not basketball. Every time Michael played against the Pistons, he got beaten up. He lost to them in 1988. He lost again in 1989. He lost again in 1990. 3 years of painful failure. People started to talk. Michael is a great scorer, but he is too skinny. He can never be a champion. Michael realized something. Skill was not enough. He needed power. So, he created the Breakfast Club. He woke up at 4 a.m. every day with his teammates. They went to the gym and lifted heavy weights. At that time, basketball players didn't lift weights because they thought it ruined their shooting touch. But Michael didn't care. He wanted to beat the Pistons. He built 15 pounds of pure muscle. In 1991, Michael met the Pistons again in the playoffs. This time, when they hit him, he didn't fall down. He pushed them back. He destroyed the Pistons. That year, he won his first NBA championship. In the locker room, he held the golden trophy and cried like a baby. His father, James Jordan, was right next to him, holding his hand. Michael won 3 championships in a row. He was the king of the world. But in 1993, a terrible tragedy happened. His beloved father, James Jordan, was murdered by 2 men while sleeping in his car. Michael's world collapsed. His father was his best friend. He was at every game. Michael lost his passion for basketball. He shocked the world and announced his retirement. "I don't have the desire to play anymore," he said. He decided to play baseball instead. Why? Because it was his father's dream to see him play baseball. He rode buses with minor league baseball players. He struggled to hit the ball, but he was trying to heal his broken heart. 2 years later, the Chicago Bulls were struggling. They missed Michael. In March 1995, Michael sent a short fax to the media. It had only 2 words. "I'm back." The world went crazy. The king had returned. In 1997, Michael was in the NBA Finals against the Utah Jazz. The series was tied 2-2. Game 5 was the most important game. The night before the game, Michael was in his hotel room in Utah. He ordered a pizza. 5 men delivered the pizza. It was very strange. Michael ate it. A few hours later, he woke up. He was shaking. He was sweating. He was throwing up. It was severe food poisoning or a terrible stomach virus. He couldn't even stand up. The team doctor said, "Michael, you cannot play today. You need to go to the hospital." Michael looked at the doctor and whispered, "I have to play." He arrived at the arena. He looked like a ghost. He was pale and weak. During the game, during timeouts, he sat on the bench with his eyes closed. He put ice towels on his head. He was running on fumes. The Utah Jazz fans thought, "We are going to win today. Jordan is sick." But when the game started, something unbelievable happened. Every time his team needed a point, Michael scored. His body was failing, but his mind refused to quit. In the final minute, he hit a deep 3-point shot. He scored 38 points in that game. When the whistle blew and the game ended, Michael couldn't walk anymore. His teammate, Scottie Pippen, hugged him and carried him off the court. It was the ultimate picture of willpower. They won the game, and eventually they won the championship. Michael Jordan won 6 NBA championships. He was never defeated in the finals. But look at his famous quote, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." He was not born a Superman. He was the boy who cried in his room because he was too short. He was the man who was beaten up by the Pistons. He was the son who lost his father. He succeeded not because he was perfect, but because he never gave up. Thank you for listening to this incredible story. See you in the next episode.